Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lesson 3, Section 1. How does a blockchain work? Now, a blockchain is a chain of blocks holding information. Founded in 1991, it was originally intended for digital timestamping. This made it almost impossible to backdate or be tampered with. It was a pretty unused technology until Satoshi Nakamoto adopted it as a platform for his very own cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, in 2009. A blockchain is a ledger that is open to anyone, and once a block has been added to the blockchain, it is extremely difficult to change it. Each block consists of three main pieces of information. That's data of the transaction, hash of the current transaction, and the hash of the previous transaction. The data that is stored inside the block will vary depending on the type of blockchain. For example, the Bitcoin blockchain stores three pieces of information: the sender, so where it came from, the receiver, so where it's going to, and the amount that is being sent. A hash is essentially a transaction equivalent of a fingerprint. It identifies a block and all of its contents, and each hash is always unique. Changing or modifying the block will cause the hash to change, making it harder to be tampered with. The third element in the blockchain is the hash of the previous block. Now, I have a little diagram here of exactly how the Bitcoin blockchain works. So, first of all, the transaction will be created, and then the transaction will be passed to the miners, which are the people that run computer algorithms to solve the mathematical equations. That means the miners then create the block. So the miners then try to solve the puzzle. When the miner has solved the puzzle, it gets a timestamp of a proof of work, which goes along with the block. It then goes, the successful miner broadcasts its proof of work to the other miners. So after the miners have mined the block and the puzzle is solved, the puzzle is basically the verification of the fact that it is a legitimate transaction, and it's not just a bogus transaction or a double spend, which then goes off to the network of the other miners to then be verified by the other miners. So the miners verify the proof of work. This goes to the verification process, which then leads into the transaction pool, and then back to the miners. So after it's completed that, the process starts over again. So it will be the case of another transaction is created, and then the miners solve it, gets a proof of work, goes to a mining pool, gets verified, is then proceeded as a transaction back to the miners, and then that is basically how the blockchain works. So if you have any questions on the blockchain subject, then feel free to message me or comment below this video. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you in the next video.